Beautiful stroke. And he's done it.
So the final encounter now, England-Australia, with Brearley and Hughes, the two skippers. Well, you certainly couldn't have asked for better conditions at the start of this last Cornhill match, because there wasn't a cloud in the sky when the captains walked out to toss, and the pitch looked to be an absolute belter, and I reckoned, sitting back here, that both captains would be very, very keen to win the toss. Well, Mike Brearley was, because he flicked it up. Kim Hughes called incorrectly. Brearley won it and put Australia into bat. The teams, England left out in the end Paul Allott, and they brought in Mike Hendrick instead of Chris Old, and the Australians brought in young Dirk Wellham, a good, promising player who'll do well for Australia over the years. They dropped Dyson, and in at the top there was Martin Kent to go in with Graham Wood. So Australia to bat first, good conditions, and Bob Willis now is bowling the first over. Graham Wood's taking strike, and with me in the commentary box is Tom GRAEME. First runs for Australia. Graham Wood is off the mark. It's in the air, Alan Knott. It'll be a great catch if he gets it, just too far. So the three men after it. Knott made tremendous ground to it because he was wearing pads. Brearley alongside him, and Larkins coming in from deep fine leg.
And Graham Wood going for the pull here, and really not getting across enough. High edge, and he couldn't have bisected the three fielders better. There's Wayne Larkins there coming in. There's Alan Knott coming back with Mike Brearley, and it fell absolutely in between them.
No man at third man. The outfield's pretty quick, but Hendrick will just pick that up. No, he won't. A little non-bender at the end. It might have been out of step with the ball. And Willis possibly none too pleased there. So, double figures. 10 for Australia, 6 to Wood from that boundary, and 4 to Kent. Just didn't quite time that. Marcus doing the chasing. It will just make it for 4. Though it wasn't perfectly timed, it was good enough to get away from the close infielder there, Wayne Larkins. So he timed that one. Two good strokes from Martin Kent.
And the left foot going right to the pitch of the ball, beautifully stroked through mid-off.
Before, the outfield's quick here. Wasn't quite where Graham Wood meant it, but it takes him up to double figures.
Good shot. Now that's a shot he played extremely well. The time before he got a top edge, but this time looked to get properly inside the line. 4 runs. A long run for Boycott, and well run Australia, 3 runs. Good shot. Perfect shot by Graham Wood. Just creeps over the rope, and the sort of shot you expect to be played on a wicket like this, with no spin from John Embury.
There's a short one, hooked away very powerfully back to square leg, and that's 4 runs. Played that shot pretty well here this morning, latched onto anything, which has been slightly short. A good illustration there of turning the wrists and keeping the ball down. Well, that's always an injustice one feels in the game of cricket. Lovely pick-up, brilliant throw, and it's penalised by overthrows. Early promise there, really spectacular fielder, Paul Parker, and a brilliant one. Hendrick to Kent. That's a beautiful shot, forced to earth the back foot, no need for anybody to run after that. That's 4 runs. Nice piece of footwork, followed by a good piece of timing. That's it, swept away down to deep square for the single that brings Graham Wood a very, very good 50. Made the most of this excellent oval pitch. He's in fact received only 87 balls, 2 hours exactly, 4 fours, and responsible for giving his side a very good start.
Well, ball beaten. Good bowling by Mike Hendrick.
Useful delivery this from Mike Hendrick, but a little bit of an after lunch shot by Martin Kent.
Oh well, that's sped up. He obviously lunched pretty well. 4 runs to Martin Kent, and if you do middle the ball, this oval outfield is really very, very fast. Absolutely jam-packed in today, and the Surrey club announced pre-sold tickets to the value of £180,000, and they also advised people this morning, if they were travelling far to the match, don't bother, the gates would be closed. One of the perks of living close by. Almost behind the bowler's arm. Perfect position. Well played. Crisp and clean. 4 runs to Martin Kent.
And a fine shot this by Martin Kent. Moves inside the line and picks that up beautifully. Second bounce over the ropes just behind square.
Australia 99 for no wicket. Willis to Kent. Same treatment. 4 runs. Fine shot by Martin Kent to another short ball from Bob Willis, and that brings up the 100 partnership. slower ball, and that was the outside edge that Bob Willis wanted, but unfortunately for Willis, it's 4 runs too.
Good piece of bowling here again. Slightly slower ball, and look, really that is technically a dreadful shot. Feet together, no movement at all, and he just wafted the bat outside the off stump, and a lucky 4 runs.
Martin Kent still on 49, Hendrick the bowler. And what a glorious way to go to 50. Beautiful shot, over pitch, nice swinging half volley there for him, but really found the meat of the bat, tucked it away. 53 to Martin Kent, in a good hand, and so far shared an opening partnership of 120. As 50 come in off 121 balls. 2 deep squares, looking for the mistimed hook shot. And there it is, and it's going to be out this time. It's taken by brilliant slip. Change of heart there by Graham Ward. He must have obviously thought about the 2-man back at deep square leg. In the end, finished playing no kind of shot at all. Top edged it, and Braley going back takes a catch at slip. So England finally break through with the score on 120, with Graham Wood caught Braley, bowled Botham for 66. Botham to Hughes. He's away, just nudged off his legs. Picks up a single. Botham again to Kent. That's in the air, and he's holed out at mid-off, and Martin Kent can't believe it. He can't really work out how it got to mid-off. Looks as though he just leant forward into it. Ball might just have stopped a bit. He might have been a little bit earlier, but it's that man Botham striking again. He's now dismissed the opening pair, 125 for 2, and Martin Kent joining Wood in the pavilion. His contribution 54. So Botham now to yell up, encourage. Oh, what a great shot! A shot full of confidence. He leant into that, cracked it to the offside, a long, long way down to that far boundary. They'll take 3 without any bother at all. So very easily and casually pushed through there. And once again, it's 3 more runs. Magnificent shot, really got very quickly into an excellent position there. Perfect illustration of how to hook the bouncer. And Kim Hughes by nature a very aggressive stroke player, well worth seeing again.
.150 up now for Australia, and that's 52 overs gone. So it's a scoring rate of around about 50 runs per 100 balls, which is quite useful by Test match standards. Away far enough from the man at deep fine leg to bring him another 4, and that's quite a good answer from Graham Yallop. Bob Willis is causing him all sorts of trouble there, but that's a nice shot, just hopped it around and well wide. the man away down at deep 5. Who else would you think would catch that? What a performance. Bob Willis is not actually running down, but I bet he feels like running down to say congratulations to Ian Botham. Yallop caught Botham, bowled Willis. Another fantastic catch to Ian Botham. He's taken 2 of the wickets and caught the other one. And Australia at T169 for 3, with Hughes 21 not out and Alan Border listed to come in. Well, that's just about an even battle at the moment, 169 for 3. It wouldn't have been if Yallop hadn't been dismissed there from that last ball before the tea interval. And what a catch that was. It's certainly worth having quite a few looks at during the cold winter months, because Ian Botham, apart from that catch he took up at Old Trafford, has now pulled off an absolute blinder. 26 to Graeme Yallop. And we pick up play now in the second over after tea. Kim Hughes, the Australian captain, has added 1 to his total. We're looking at John Embry, and he's bowling to Alan Border, and in the commentary box it's Tom GRAEME and Jim Laker.
And Border very handsomely away with a fine off drive. Well, early in the game he's got no bowler's rough to worry about outside the off stump, which has been the bugbear throughout this series of the left-handed batsman. And again down the wicket, beautifully placed again. That's 4 more. 2 superb shots from Alan Border. Picked his spot each time and rattled it up against the ropes. And on the face of it, not a bad time to make your first Test appearance on a good pitch with a fairly healthy score behind. And thank you very much, Dirk Wellham. Willis again, being roared in by the crowd, Border facing. Despairing dive there just behind by Parker, unable to do anything about it. Rattles the ropes, and it's 4 more to Alan Border, who looks really in great form, Tom.
Beautiful shot this by Alan Border. He gets in position so well, he's never in doubt about the length.
He's pushed and played again, and again just sufficient movement to beat the bat.
Yes, good delivery again, and that must have happened 7 or 8 times today with Mike Hendrick.
Not sure it's hooked away very well in front of square this time. And they're pointing at the wicket. Ian Botham's looking. He says he's knocked his wicket down playing the shot. They're waiting for a deliberation. Harold Bird is having a few words, and Barry Mayer's coming down and he's out. Yes, he's played a hook shot, and Kim Hughes, I suppose one's always desperately unlucky to be dismissed in that way. But Botham strikes in all manner of ways. Well, nicely away, be pleased about that. Push very comfortably off his legs for 2. That also brings the 200 up for Australia. It is 200, there's Border on 19 and Wellham with 2 to his name.
Middle of the bat, full toss. Good chase there by Paul Parker. He beat Bob Willis for the ball and rather enjoyed the contest. Oh, well fielded. Wonderful bit of fielding by Mike Gatting. Tremendous bit of fielding. A reflex stop and shy at the stumps.
What a fine fielder Mike Gatting is here. Wonderful piece of reaction there. Hit the ball, hit the wicket. Very, very good piece of fielding indeed, and very close.
Good shot, 4 runs. Flipped off the toes by Border. That short, rather jabbing follow through, and away it went through square leg, 4 runs.
Very good shot this. The ball swinging into Alan Border and he just clips it off his toes.
Middle of the bat. 4 runs. Cut away, 4 runs. Alan Border really plays that square cutting shot very well indeed. Oh, that's the shot. That's the one he loves to play. And he was fed a short ball outside the off stump by Embury, and away it goes. 4 runs to Border.
There's not been all that many wickets for this crowd here today, but they've been very enthusiastic. Chase for Botham. There's a good crowd in here now. They've packed the place out about an hour before the start of play today. Record advance ticket sales here at the Oval, and it's a great sight. Shot. There's a man out of deep square, but he can't get that. Oh, they've got to get those kids off the field. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. There's just a chance that he might have been able to save that.
We want the boys on that side of the ground to keep well behind the advertising board. Announcing that to keep well behind the advertising board. We won't take the report.
And it's 50 to Alan Border. 247 for 4, half century to Border, and Ian Botham is going to take the second new ball. Dirk Willem a strike against Ian Botham. Struck that very nicely, and will take 2 on Bob Willis's arm. There's nothing wrong with the confidence of a young man who can play that stroke and then go back for 2 in the last over, or what is close to the last over, and also to bring up the 250 for Australia. 4 wickets down. Just one more added then to take the Australian total at the close of play up to 251 for 4. They'll be quite happy with that, perhaps not as happy as they'd have liked to have been after being put in on such a good-looking track, and one that played so well. Everyone got a start there, but no one really went on with it. The top score, Graham Wood, 66, and 54 to Kent. A good opening stand, that 120 from that pair. So it was almost a predictable day of Test match cricket today. There were some fireworks, but in many ways it was something of a grind on a perfect batting pitch. A lot of good strokes played, but the Australians just about took full advantage of being asked to bat first on that pitch.
Beautiful stroke.